Okay, class, now look at exponential and logarithmic function. Okay, so for exponential function, we have y equals fx equals a power of x. So this one is actually inverse of the logarithmic function. Y equals fx equals log a base log x base a. Okay, where a greater than 0. Okay, so if you have y equals ax, when x equals 0, you will get y equals a power of 0, right? So a power of 0 is 1. Okay. When x equals 0, you will get y equals 1. So this is the y-intercept for the exponential function. So you should know that this one is when x goes to negative infinity, it close to 0, but not touch the line 0. Okay, so this is the graph for the exponential function, this one. Okay, and then since exponential function y equals a power of x is inverse of the logarithmic function, so you can draw the graph. The axis of symmetry is y equals x. Okay. Kalau tak boleh nak ingat, satu kita boleh gunakan table. Kalau tak, you should know that the basic graph for the exponential function is this one. So for logarithmic function, this one is inverse of the exponential function, so you will get this one. So this is the axis of symmetry. Okay, so next, how do we determine the domain and range? Okay, so based on this graph here, okay, domain is the value of the x-axis. Okay, so you can see that the domain of f here is start from negative infinity until infinity. But for the y equals x, you just consider this function here, okay, a power of x here. You just consider this function. So you can see that what's the value for y? What is the minimum value for y? I told you before, this line this line close to the y equals 0, but not touch the line x equals but do not touch the line y equals 0. Y equals 0 is actually x-axis. Okay, so the range is 0 until infinity. Why 0 is not included? Because of this curve close to the line y equals 0, but not touch the line y equals 0. That is why 0 is not included. Okay, you understand about this? Nilai yang paling kecil bagi y kat sini adalah kosong, but kosong is not included. Nilai yang paling besar bagi y kat sini adalah infinity. This one, it goes to infinity. That is why the range is 0 until infinity. Okay. For the logarithmic function is an inverse of the exponential function, right? By right, awak boleh ambil yang terbalik. So domain of f is start from 0 until infinity, and range is negative infinity until infinity. So look at this one. X start from 0, but 0 is not included. So x start from here until infinity. So domain is 0 until infinity. What's the value for range or the values of y? Start from the negative infinity until positive infinity. So this is the range. Okay. Okay, so I stop here. This one is the graph of exponential and logarithmic function. And how do we determine the domain and range for the logarithmic and exponential function?